C'est l'état physique, madame.
Yes. State, c'est l'état physique. Room temperature, température ambiante. Please write all the new words, all the interesting vocabulary on your copybooks or notepads. I told you the meaning of room temperature. It has nothing to do with the room, la pièce, la chambre, la pièce. It only means température ambiante, which means, that we don't heat and we don't cool. On ne réchauffe pas et on ne refroidit pas. We don't heat and we don't cool. We only put the metal, the aluminium, at room temperature, à température ambiante. If I ask you to perform a reaction, at room temperature, it means that you cannot heat and you cannot cool. Si je vous demande d'effectuer une réaction chimique à température ambiante, ça veut dire que ni vous réchauffez ni vous refroidissez. OK? OK? What is the state of aluminium at room temperature? It is a solid, of course. Did you meet some liquid aluminium at room temperature? Did you see or meet any aluminium? Yes? No, it is a solid. It is a solid. Aluminium exists as a solid.
C'est l'état standard plus stable, c'est ça, madame.
Exactly. It is the most stable state for aluminium. It is the solid one. You are right. Vous avez raison. You are right. It is true or you are right. Thank you, Hudayfa. Second question, guys. Write its electron configuration. If you want to write an electron configuration, you have to follow some rules, right? Si vous voulez écrire une configuration électronique,
La règle de Kirchhoff.
Yes, the Klitschkovsky chart or the Klitschkovsky rule or chart. Listen to me, guys. The Klitschkovsky chart or rule is only a way to remind you or to show you how to write an electron configuration. It is not a theory. It is not definition. It is not really a rule. It is only a way to make things easier. La règle de Klitschkovsky n'est pas réellement une règle, si vous voulez, quelque chose de... C'est seulement une astuce, c'est seulement un moyen pour vous faire écrire convenablement et facilement la configuration électronique.
C'est la règle de Hund. La règle de Hund qui...
Hund, Pauli, and actually the Klitschkovsky chart or the Klitschkovsky rule has a scientific basis. Attention. La règle de Klitschkovsky a une base scientifique. OK? Ce n'est pas fait au hasard. Elle a une base scientifique. For example, guys, listen. According to the Klitschkovsky rule, we start by filling the orbital 1s. On commence par remplir l'orbital 1s before the 2s, and the 2s before the 2p. Why is that? Why do we start with 1s instead of the 2s? Why do we start with 2s before the 2p? Klitschkovsky says that, but why? There is a scientific basis to this. Why is that? Guys, listen to me. Do you see the Klitschkovsky rule here? Do you see the Klitschkovsky chart or rule? Do you see it? 1s with the arrows, 2s. Do you see the arrows? Une flèche, an arrow.
Yes, Matt. I have. I have.
What do you have?
A rule.
Yes, I'm listening. What rule? What rule? What rule? Listen to me, guys. You have to learn. If you don't remember how to write an electron configuration and how to write the Klitschkovsky rule, listen to me. Listen to me carefully. In order to write a correct Klitschkovsky charter rule, you have to start with 1s. And after 1s, you move to the second line and you have to add an orbital. 2s, 2p, you add 2p. To the third line, you add another orbital. 3s, 3p, 3d. You add another orbital. 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. 4 and 5 are the same. Tell me, Hudayfa.
Excuse me, I remember it. I have une méthode plus simple et plus facile que cette méthode. Des flèches comme ça.
You have a method that is easier
Yes,
and convenient. More
c'est
convenient.
NS, N-2F, N-1D, NP. Et à chaque fois, on donne les valeurs de N.
Yes, I heard about it actually. I heard about it. I did not study chemistry that way, and actually, I don't teach it that way because I don't use it. But I heard about it, and I know that some of my colleagues use it. If I have some time to look at it, maybe I can give you a final answer. But I think that some of my colleagues use it, and because if they really use it, it means that it is correct. If it is correct, listen, Hudayfa, and listen, guys. If it is correct, easy and convenient, si c'est correct, facile et convenient, pratique. Convenient, you can use it, of course. You are free to use whatever you want, but be careful. You have to write a correct electron configuration. Okay? I heard about it. Thank you very much, Hudayfa. Okay. Listen to me, and here I'm explaining the Klitschkovsky. You start with 1s. You move to the second line, 2s, 2p. You add an orbital. I have just added the p orbital. 3s, 3p, and I add another orbital, 3d. 4s, 4p, 4d, I add another orbital, 4f. Be careful, between 4 and 5, we don't add and we don't remove any orbital. The fifth line is the same as the fourth one. 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f. Of course, the fourth one is 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f, and the fifth one is 5s, 5p, 5d, and 5f. Okay? When you write the fifth line, now you have to remove orbitals. At the beginning, you had to add, and in this case, you have to remove orbitals. You write 6s, 6p, 6d, and you don't write 6f, you remove it. And after you remove another one, you remove the f, and after that you remove the d. And you write 7s and 7p. Some people write even 8s, which means that they removed the 7p. Okay? Okay, guys? And after that, you draw with the arrows. Vous dessinez les flèches. From the right side to the left one, you draw the arrows. And when you draw the arrows and you follow the arrows from the right to the left side, you will have 1s. Follow with me. Can you see the chart? Are you looking at the chart with me? Est-ce que vous êtes en train de regarder la règle avec moi?
Yes.
Look,
Yes.
it gives 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d. Be careful. 4s comes before 3d. 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, which means that 5s comes before 4d. Tell me, guys, why do we start with 1s? Why don't we start with 2p? Why do we start with 1s and after 1s we don't jump to 2p? We fill 2s. Pourquoi est-ce qu'on commence par 1s, pas par 2p? Pourquoi est-ce qu'on commence par 1s, on ne saute pas 2p, on met 2s? Pourquoi cet ordre? What is the scientific basis? What is the science behind? Quelle est la science qui se cache derrière? Pourquoi cet ordre? You don't have any idea? Actually, it is based on the energy of the orbitals. We always start with the lowest energy, because the lowest energy means the biggest the highest stability. When the energy is very low, the stability is very high. And when the energy is high, the stability is low. I always tell my students, keep in your mind the example of the children and the oldest, the old people. When a child has usually a lot of energy and the child is not stable at all, the child can run everywhere, touch everything, ask about a lot of things. The child or the kid has a lot of energy, which means that he or he is not stable at all. Whereas the